Hello everyone, this is attorney Ayhan Ogmen and I am in front of you today to discuss about the immigration and immigration news. As you know, this week we had an election and President Trump won the election. He will be taking the office starting January 20, 2025. Before the election and right after the election, our followers have been asking us so many questions about how the President Trump's new term is going to look like with respect to immigration law and with respect to immigration and immigrant communities. This is why today I'm going to try to answer those questions to see that how actually President Trump's new term is going to look like. As you know, that since President Trump is going to take the office not until January 2025. So any changes is going to start is going to be after that day. However, the way that I'm going to try to answer our followers' questions is going to be based on three things. First, the experiences we have with the President Trump's first term with respect to immigration law and immigration and immigrant communities. And secondly, his promises he made during his election rallies to his followers. And third, the victory speech he gave after he won the election, detailing or signaling what he will be doing with respect to immigrants or immigration after he takes the office on January 2025. Based on these three points, I think we should have a clear understanding how the new term of President Trump is going to look like with respect to immigration laws and with respect to immigrants. First of all, I would like to speak about travel bans. As everyone knows, from the President Trump's first term, as soon as he took the office, he started travel ban and banning people from some countries, mostly Muslim countries, to travel to the United States, which created a huge hurdle for so many immigrants, so many people, and also created a really huge news when he started his term back then. So based on this experience from his first term, we can see clearly that as soon as he takes the office, he's going to do another travel ban. Possibly it might involve more countries than initially he did it in his first term. Because of that, we actually would like to let our followers know that if they are traveling or if they have family members or friends or loved ones traveling, it's better that if they will do their travels or end it before January 2025 in case there is no surprises comes out or happens after President Trump takes the office. The other important point that after President Trump takes the office, another thing that will be about deportations. As you know, President Trump actually has promised during his election rallies and after the winning the election during his victory speech that he promised to do a massive deportation of immigrants who are not legal in the United States. As you know, from his first term, we know that he actually, even though he promised he was going to just deport illegal immigrants with criminal history or with the criminal actions to not to live in the United States anymore. But we were actually able to see that not only the immigrants with a criminal background, he were going after the immigrants just who fell out of status and tried to deport them, not to keep them in the United States. So based on President Trump's first term experience, we can see that he will be focusing on trying to remove or deport people who are out of status in the United States or who are actually trying to enter the United States through the borders with no legal admission. Based on this, we would like to kind of let our followers know that if they are or if there's someone they know who are not legal in the United States and who actually might be eligible for any benefits and who can apply maybe for that benefit. If that's the case, if they do really have any option to applying for any protection or any application, they should do so before January 2025 in case that this massive deportation process starts, so it cannot affect them. The another point that I would like to make that after President Trump takes the office, we will probably see so many restrictions on actual legal immigration process, such as people applying for green cards or people applying for work visas, different type of work visas, and also people or applicants applying for any other type of visas, including immigrant visas or including non-immigrant visas, even in overseas or in the United States, will be facing actually difficult process and their process will be taking longer to finalize. And the reason foresee that this might happen, if you look at to actually President Trump's first term, well, you can easily see how they were making so difficult for legal immigrants to even complete their progress, or companies to be able to hire foreign employees, or people to be able to do just simple change of status or get a visa at the US consulate, which became harder and harder for them to do. So this is why we could foresee that President Trump in his new term, it's going to make the legal immigrants or legal immigration process more even difficult than before. Another thing that I would like to mention here, in his first term, they brought actually a public charge rule, which made it really difficult for people to be able to get the green card. And that process, even though under Biden administration is continuing, it's less restrictive. But we believe that after President Trump takes the office, public charge rule is going to come back with the difficult requirements and restrictions, which is really going to make so many people not to be eligible for a green card. Because of that, we would like to kind of recommend to our followers, if they're in the process of applying for green cards for family or for business, sponsorship based green cards, they should do so before January 2025. Of course, if that's possible for them to be able to do it. Another thing that I would like our followers to know, that if any of you needs any protection, like applying for asylum, they should actually do so before January 2025. And if they are actually eligible to apply for work permits, they should do it. Even if they're renewing, they should do it before January 2025, because we believe, based on President Trump's first term, they were making so difficult for asylees to be able to get actually work permits, delay them, and they're not able to get it on time. And also when they're filing for asylum application, it will be rejected just for simple mistakes or simple blank points at the asylum application. They were rejecting them several and multiple times, making so difficult for applicants to be able to start their application process. Based on this, we kindly recommend our followers to make sure that if they are eligible for any protection based on this, they should do so before January 2025, not to have any difficulties or surprises after President Trump takes the office. I hope today's discussion that we are having will help you guys or answers your concerns or questions. As you know that we're just basing this outcome, possible outcomes after President Trump takes the office, based on his first term experiences that we saw, and secondly, his promises he made during his election rallies, and third, his victory speech after he won the election. I hope today's video helps you guys, and will continue to be with you and answer your questions and deliver any changes or news that we receive with respect to immigration and immigration laws, and of course rules that's going to affect the immigrant communities. Thank you so much. Have a great day.